I have some sad news. Just before I went to air, Debbie Craddock, Blue Dot's sister, her son has COVID-19. And I'm calling on my prayer warriors uh, to send prayers for her son. That's all she has is just him. And and I know my prayer warriors are out there and they will get this done. We only have two out there so far, uh, and it's going to go downhill from here, particularly after the dumbass in the White House comes out with it's like the flu. Bullshit, you piece of shit. Let me move that. Oh, and I'm going to start out with something a little unusual. Almost every word out of Trump's mouth he gets from Fox Spews, who is running our country, apparently, Fox Spews. They run up their flagpole and he salutes it and uses it as talking points. Fox is the most un American network, although the other conservative networks are vying for number two with Donnie. It's all propaganda, lies, and conspiracy theories. Please keep in mind when you vote, you have a choice. Uh, and I'm asking Republicans this question. Do you back a party and a man that will continue to let Americans die with 210,000 plus Americans dead? Dead. Or do you vote for someone that has a plan to fight COVID-19, a health care plan, a plan for American jobs? The choice is yours, but remember, your life depends on it. You Republican voters. Damn it. Damn ding dong. Hitler. Oh, excuse me, Donnie. And that's what he looked like up there saluting. Saluting what? Then he puts out the propaganda about don't let it dominate your life. It's not that bad. He doesn't even know if he's out of the woods with it. If he has it, I think that's a bunch of bullshit too. We will see in coming times. He's already planning on being at the debate next week. And also, why are they not letting us know the last time that he tested negative? There's good reason for that. Because if they do, you can put together a timeline that he went out and exposed other people to COVID-19. It's becoming more and more apparent. Oh, last night on Cuomo, Chris called it like the way it is. He also used GD and he said bullshit right on the air. Uh, he was enraged last night and for good reason. Uh, and last night he talked about Donnie had been reposing for the campaign propaganda ads. Uh, it is, like he said, total bullshit. He's a total hypocrite using propaganda. Comes back to our house, the people's house, uh, and widens the infection there. Goes into the White House with no mask on, with his demand that none of them inside wear masks. Like a 5-year-old. Pence will go uh, to the rally. I believe that was last night, and help spread the virus. Uh, and I wanted to quote something from, I can't quote it, but I've got 2014 during Ebola. He said the doctor was selfish for doing the same things he's doing. The doctor, it was a smaller scale than the hypocrite in the White House. And what he did was he was getting on him for visiting a few places in New York uh, while he had made a trip back from Africa and where Ebola was. Let me remind you, Republicans, 2 Americans died in this country of Ebola. Wasn't 210,000 Americans dead? Oh, shit. Chris interviewed Dr. Fauci. He was optimistic about a safe vaccine, but that would be in November or December. Limited number for the frontline workers, nursing homes, and those in the most need. The quick result tests will start becoming available to schools. That would speed schools opening safely. White House coronavirus cluster keeps growing. He disrespects everyone that works there. Uh, it's just not the powerful, it's those who clean, who serve the food, the workers, no matter their job there, he's exposing them to COVID-19. Why? Because that's what Donnie does. Donnie is all about Donnie, and you better figure that out, Republicans. November 3rd is coming, and he will pay the price. He will be defeated. Ding Dong Donnie is showing himself to be an authoritarian, removing his mask upon arriving back at our house, the people's house. He will lose this election. We, the people, will make sure this happens. He thinks he looks strong. If he has COVID, he looks weak. He should have learned something. Of course, he can't learn anything. He's like a 5-year-old when it comes to attention span. Don Lemon, eye candy, that the news cycle was made. It should have been covering other things like Biden, for instance. And they just made a whole big mistake about spending the whole weekend with him, not with who is opposing him November 3rd. And that was putting the spotlight on Donnie, and he knew that. Instead, and I found that out, he could have stayed right at the White House. They have an excellent facility right there. He did this to call attention to himself that he had COVID now and he had to go to the hospital. Yeah, miraculous drugs and steroids. Things you can't get, Republicans, if you get sick. Instead, Joe Biden was holding a town hall. Uh, Donnie runs a reality show, and the media is falling for it. Don says it's not a shock at all. It's the same old thing. He captures the news hour with a stunt to capture the news cycle during the news, of course, that he was coming back to his house. No, The people's house. Ah, shit. And meanwhile, this president is trying to take the ACA away from millions that will not have health care during a pandemic. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He cleared it up this morning. It's like the flu. And that was actually a dumbass that was heard to say in his little waving tour around the hospital that he would give his life for that president. You can't fix stupid. Give his life for that idiot. And we all know the doctor avoided the asked question when he last tested negative. Anyone and everyone with the White House won't say a damn word about it because they know it would show a timeline they don't want out there. The fact that Don Lemon is not shocked, the fact is I'm not shocked. Is because he has made this all about himself. This is what he does in every situation. It's all about him. Uh, let's remember, it will magically disappear. Uh, it's a Democrat hoax, uh, and it will disappear in the warmer weather. And that he is not responsible for any of the dead. Over 210,000 Americans are dead. What does shock me is that so many still think he's going to help you. Hey, you better have your head checked. He doesn't give a shit about you. He never has. His wife doesn't give a shit about you. Don Lemon had an interview with Mary Trump about why he would endanger the White House staff after removing his mask for a photo op. She says that actually that's exactly what he learned from her grandfather to expect. It is not acceptable to be seen as weak. And that's why he was remind me of Hitler and his hand raised like this. That's what he's going to be. He's going to be a Hitler in this country. You have to lose a lot of people. You know, got to get rid of the bad others, just the way Hitler did. Uh, Joe Biden at the town hall in Florida. Biden calling out Trump about uh, following the science and the advice of the experts. What got Biden into the race? His answer was Charlottesville and the Trump response of find people on both sides. The answer, and Biden knows the answer is to control this virus. We protect each other. Otherwise, the virus is in control. As long as it controls, it will thrive. It doesn't care about your political strife. Without victims, the virus dies. And what does that mean, Republicans? Wear your damn mask, social distance, and don't treat every trip to Walmart and other stores like it's a family reunion. No mask, let's talk within 2 feet of each other. How do you think the damn virus is spread? And again, the timeline of Ding Dong Donnie's last negative test is very important. Uh, if he knew he was positive and went to New Jersey, Minnesota, we need to know the truth, but we're not going to get it from his regime. They don't know how to tell truth. They're afraid they'll lose their damn jobs. Uh, and I also came across, I'll get more information tonight on this. Hundreds of lawsuits in key states for mail in ballots: South Carolina, Georgia, and Texas. South Carolina, for example, Supreme Court reinstating witness signature for mail in ballots. Brothers and sisters, vote suppression, they know they are losing, and that's the reason they do this. They can't win in a fair and free election. And Donnie himself, piece of shit, uh, has turned down help from the CDC to contact trace the Supreme Court celebration in the Rose Garden. And I can skip that. I already told you about it. He made that video they showed today. And Fox is playing it like all this thing has got to go on. They had Marco Rubio saying that they had to get their work done and get this nominee, uh, confirmed. Get their work done. They don't do damn work any other time, but they got to get this one done. Shit. And like I already covered this, he wants you to think, or his people, to think this is like the flu, using inflated numbers. He said 100,000 a year die of the flu. That's total bullshit. They don't. Ding Dong Donnie looking forward to the debate next week. Really? He's contagious and planning to resume rallies. And he's now endangering the White House, which is already a hot spot. What was it? I think the latest count is now 13, maybe even 14 by now. Uh, Republican voters, don't you love the way he returned to the people's house and within a minute he took off his mask into his pocket and salutes? And then later he returned to shoot his propaganda video about uh, don't let the virus dominate your life. No, you should go out there and get it. Him and Dr. Atlas are working on herd immunity for each and every American. Doesn't matter how many people it kills, because it's all for Donnie. And according to what we're hearing, uh, the White House is a hot spot. And I'm not talking Wi-Fi. It's the virus hotspot. And I hate to say this about the fake president, but if he thought it would get him more votes, he would murder someone on video and show it. That's what makes him the most dangerous man who has ever been president of the United States. Oh, I'm going to leave you with that. I don't really have anything optimistic to say except that we have to keep demanding from our Congress that they don't just roll over and let him do. They got warned. They got warned when he was impeached that he wouldn't get any better. He would take revenge, and it all came true. Damn you voters, are you dead? Or, oh, wait a minute. You're brainwashed. You're brainwashed from Newsmax, Fox News, and One Nation Network News. That's what's wrong with you. Get your head out of your ass. Do you not want a democracy, or you'd rather just live under an uh, uh, autocracy because he's running it? Give me a fucking break. Shit, dumbasses. Say hello to everybody in the blue room out there. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here. Uh, oh, let me leave you with some good news. At least good news for me is the Braves were hosting the Marlins at their own park down in Florida. I thought it was done in Atlanta, but it turned out it was at Marlins Park, and Atlanta won 9-5 today in the first game of the NLDS. I mean, seventh inning rolled along, boom, the Braves gave it back to them. They were behind 4-3 up to that point, and it came all the way back to beat them 9-5. All right, that's about all I got today. Yeah, kleptocracy, that's another description. That's exactly what they've been doing. They're stealing everything. Uh, Even if it's nailed down, they'll take kitchen sink. They think they can get something for it. Uh, Looks like I'm into battery saver mode, so I better let you go at this point. I don't want to have to plug it in. I'll plug it in after I shut down, and I'll be back on the other one in a little while. Got an errand to run. I want you to go down, like, subscribe if you're new here, and share the shit out of this. We will take our country back. November 3rd, we will flush this turd. We will take back the Senate. We will take back the House. And Mitch, the bitch, can go home. He's got quite a time, and so does Lindsey clutching his pearls Graham. They're in tough races, and they will lose. It's up to you, true patriotic Americans, to make sure they go home. See you later on. I'll probably drop in the meeting, but at this time, uh, if I do nothing else, you know I will share it to my groups. Thank you for watching. I've got my memes already out there. Okay. Share this shit. Bye bye now.